interrupt this program to bring you a news blast. Terror in a shell. This just in. Fear and disease is spreading like wildfire as a rawr has been biting the denizens of Bikini Bottom, infecting them with rawr disease.
Hey y'all, how's it going everyone? Entropy here, today with another video. Today we're going to be going back to our weekly segment of big news. Let's see what has been going on with the game for the last week and what else I can bring to the table. So again, we're going to be using the Vanguard 0 Discord. So if you are not in it yet, links down in the description box below. They have a lot of great resources that I will be discussing as well. So be sure to check that out. But I guess let's just start with the news from the JP side. So what did we see recently? We can see, we talked about that. So the most recent season ended for the Angel Feathers. And then there is a story fight update. So as you know, sometimes in the story fights, they already have some of the new characters or new cards introduced because you have to progress the story. But whenever they actually release a card as playable units, the text changes and there are some balance changes here and there, and so that is something to note. Whether it makes it easier or harder, that's up to debate and depends on the fight. But generally, yeah, that's something to note. And Blockade Inferno, Spinal Driver, Tyranno Legend, and Armored Big Dragon, those cards were changed. Next, we can see the calendar for October, the introduction of the new set. There is a Champions tournament here, and then the tournaments every weekend. The new event, Izaki's event for new Tachikaze support, started on the 5th. And then the first rank reward is the Bermuda one, and then we'll see what we get for the next season. Anyways, what else do we have here? The 3rd star mission for clan events, character fights and story, has changed from instead of just winning with 4 or less damage within 5 turns, it got easier to win with 4 or less damage. So that definitely helps out beginner players, especially since a lot of the new decks, with the Break Ride era requires Limit Break, it is generally more difficult to win earlier on because a lot of your skills proc on turn 4, turn 5. And since you do want to be at 4 damage, it is more difficult to get the 4 or less requirement. So definitely nice of them to make that change. What else do we have here? Here we can see that there is a new little link, a little Hall of Fame for the different titles. So if you click into it, you will see, who got 1st place, 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place, and everyone who placed in the Vanguard 0 championships. To my knowledge, they did not include the ranked topped players. So that's something maybe they'll add in the future, but just something you can show off if you did top. What else did they have here? Quick fight for very hard and clan events will also be unlocked after the following conditions. Fighters grade 12, clear all 3 stars, clear very hard 3 times. So I think this makes it easier. Not very sure, but anyways, it's something to note that they did change the requirements. Overall, you're still going to just play through it, and it's not that difficult anyways, but it's nice to see them make some changes here and there to improve the player experience. Next, there are some Tachikaze cards that got revealed, and I'm sure you will have seen all of them by now if you are a JP player, but some Ancient Dragon support here and there. They get extra power, extra crit, and there's more options to plus now. So definitely a major plus to the Tachikaze clan. Global just got it, and one of the problems is that you don't have enough pressure and not enough plussing, right? You're breaking even most of the time. So with the new Ancient Dragon stuff, that definitely patches that weakness out and gives you a lot more pressure and probably makes it a lot more viable than it is now. Next, there is a little memo for the Autumn Championship. How do you get invited is for winning the qualifiers or getting top 30 in the seasons. So that's something that JP does that Global doesn't necessarily do. And we're looking forward to the next big event other than the summer one that we had. One additional thing about the Tachikaze event is that you will see here the Izaki character skin. It costs 3,000 of these little coins. Generally, if you're free to play, you don't use much gems. I do find that I can only get around 4,000-ish of these coins, the red coins, 4,000-ish. So yeah, you have to choose between a pack, 2 packs or Izaki skin. And if you do spend gems, well then, I mean, you probably are a fan of Tachikaze, so you would prioritize the skin, but that's just something that you can note. Even if you play through all of it, generally if you don't spend gems, then that roughly you'll get 4,000 of these coins. So not enough to get all the packs and the Izaki skin as well. What else do we have here? Some birthdays. Here we can see that there is a clan rate up for the new set, the clans of the new set. Starting with Kagero, Narukami, Aquaforce, and then Genesis. One thing to note is that this is the old style of the clan rate up, not like the last set when you only get cards from that specific set. So for example, last set there was a Royals rate up with another clan, and you would only get Royals or the other clan from set 10, I believe. And so this is an interesting change, and I think it is a necessity because, for example, you want to play Blockade. Well, you do need, the OG Blockade to play Blockade Inferno, some would argue. Or you want to play Dauntless Drive? Well, maybe you need the end, and at least the end is part of the rate up for here. So that's just something to consider. Some other clans like Genesis or Aquaforce, or Genesis or Narukami, they didn't get as much support as the other clans. It's very minimal, like a few cards here and there. And so having a rate up just for those cards might seem a bit imbalanced, and so I get why they did that. And it's understandable, and it's better for beginner players or people who just started out to catch up like this as well. So we'll see how they work things out in the future. Maybe they're testing how people respond to it, but we'll see. And that's basically about it. Remember, if you're a JP player, do sign up for the Vanguard Championship 2020 Autumn season. It is definitely very fun, especially watching other big players like Different Fight, see how he progresses through it. And yeah, that's very, very exciting. Okay, so moving on, let's go to the global news. Global news, we talked about this last week. We talked about the anniversary stuff, so we can skip that. For this month, what do we have here? We have, well, the half-year anniversary event is going on. One of the missions is to get like 100,000 fights or something, some absurd number. How many fights did they want? 1 million fights. I don't think we're anywhere close to that. So if you're watching this video, get your fights in, get your maelstorms, get your gems and all that good stuff, and help everyone else out with more packs, because free packs are good packs. Next, we also have the Wedding Dress Dreams event that's almost ending in the next 2-3 days. So if you haven't made your exchanges yet, don't worry, you can still do that after the campaign period ends, but be sure to do that before the exchange ends though. What else to look forward to? In a week or so, we're going to get the Mega Colony event. Mega Colony has Paralyzed. Very interesting mechanic. And definitely something that you can look forward to. Even if you aren't very interested in the clan, since it is a very free-to-play friendly type of clan event, you're definitely going to get 20 packs-ish, and you're definitely going to be able to still test it out and see if you enjoy it. If you do, you can then invest in future supports. And if you don't, well, at least it's a nice change of pace. For the VU coupon exchange, we got some new cards. We got the Overlord, the Blaster Blade, and Blaster Dark. This art is actually from the promos of the first Nintendo DS game. Very cool of them to add this, and makes Overlord a lot more accessible. Especially, we will see more Overlord support in the future. So if you did miss them out, you can pick this up. And then Blaster Blade, Blaster Dark are still quite staple additions in their respective Royal Paladin and Shadow Paladin clans. So if you would like to pick up 4 copies of it, a playset, or if you just want a different art, well, it's not that expensive, especially the first copy for Overlord, so do check that out. Next, we had the Butterfly the Moonlight launch campaign. So we did get the Hari sleeves. We just got Vampire Princess of the Night for Night Roses sleeve, even though we did get the retweet or like campaign. I don't know what they want to do about that, because it means that we didn't really reach their social media target. Maybe they'll make it easier. Maybe they won't give it up to us anymore. We'll see. But they seem generous. I mean, they just basically give it out for free to JP. With those little ticket things you get in booster boxes. And this is just much more accessible to global, since some people don't have access to the CCG actually. After talking to some people. But yeah, I mean, it's just sleeves, it's just cosmetics. I don't think it's worth anything to them. But maybe they can make it a more reasonable target, since someone did mention that not a lot of people actually tweet. And yeah, I guess that is it for this week. One last thing though, other than news, we have had a friend fight missions. You know, every single day, if you complete your 3 half-year anniversary missions, you get an extra pack. And again, free packs are good packs. A lot of people are posting on Facebook groups and like, you know, messaging me and all that about, you know, you want to do a friend fight. And you know, like the first few, it's like, sure, why not? You know, like, why not? But I'm actually going to recommend an easy way and a very automated way to actually get connected with other players and get your friend fights in. So here in the Card Fight Vanguard 0 tab, you will see friend fights. And how the bot works is if you are playing global, you'll put this percentage match global. And if you're playing JP, you will put percentage match JP. And how that works is that the bot will actually search for someone else who searched for the same server. So for example, if someone else put percentage match global, then I will get connected to that person. I'll get an @ so I'll get a notification, and then you can set that up really, really fast. So I really like the system. Thank you for doing this. You know who you are. It is definitely much better and more organized than seeing Facebook or Reddit just spammed with a bunch of friend codes. And it's just, if everyone knows to go here, then it just makes it so much easier for everyone else, right? Economies of scale and whatnot. But anyways, I guess that's it for this video. Do let me know what else you're looking forward to. I'm looking very forward to the Mega Colony clan event. It's always nice and fun to see a new clan introduced in Vanguard 0 and see how the implementation works for that clan, for the better or for the worse. Next up, some people were asking for when Link Joker is coming out. And if you are interested in seeing what else is coming out or what broken stuff will be seen, according to the TCG, of course, because we don't know the changes, do check out my future ... series where we discuss cards that will come out in the Break Ride era, and I'll do one for the Legion Mate era as well once we move past the Break Ride Link Joker era. So I guess that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below if you like this video. Do like the video. If you enjoy the content and you want to stay tuned, click the subscribe button. Even if you don't want to stay tuned, just click it. It makes my life happier. And honestly, you can just ignore me in your home screen anyways. So I guess that's it for today's video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.